Look, Monte Carlo should be driven smoothly and quietly. In a Formula 3 race, you'll see a group of young guys who have never driven in the close confines of a city. You know, not a city, a town. Round road courses, you know, they've been used to airfields and wide open spaces where if you go for the white line that marks the edge of the track, it means sweet Fanny Adam. Yeah. Here you do it and you hit a 6-inch curb, you know, and you break your wheel or you bend your suspension. You know, they feel a claustrophobic effect in their driving and they don't drive very well. You know, but then you see the young guy who's going to make it and he comes in and he's clean and he's not rushed.
When I watch you practicing, you look the slowest, you know?
I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy. Exactly. I'm happy it looks like that.
Let's say this is the corner, right? Hmm? Now, which way do you want me to go?
Go this way, Robert.
All right. Yeah. From this moment, you start coming in, right?
Using the shortest possible line.
That's right. You clip on the apex, and right here you start accelerating, right?
Instead of coming in here and getting the power on here, you get the power on here. You start to take the load off the car. Instead of braking harshly here, you brake a little quietly, nice and gentle. Just touch them, you know, make them feel. You know, don't jab the brakes, because if you jab the brakes, if the suspension goes down, the whole car changes its character. Be nice to it. Touch the brakes. Allow the car to stay as level as possible. And when you take your foot off the brake, don't do that. Feed the brakes out. Because that way the car comes up gently to its proper ride height. You know, to the where it best is suited for its road holding. And when that happens, then you allow then to go into the corner with the power on way back here. And again, the power doesn't go on like that. The power goes on smoothly. And this is where you see the guys going around with opposite lock on, with the wheels spinning, and the whole scene looking like a disaster in the making. You know, every corner's an adventure. Yeah. Now, for Monte Carlo, or even any other racetrack, that's not the answer. So when you get the power on here, feed it in nicely. As you go around the corner, be more progressive. Bring in the power stronger and stronger. But again, don't go way out here. Don't get here. Because again, you've got the gutter, and then you've got the curb. And you only need to clip the curb. And you've broken a wheel, or you've punctured a tire. There isn't a corner in Monte Carlo that is taken any different than that. And if you do these sort of things, you're doing it with gentleness, you're being kind to your motor car, it's been kind to you. You're great friends, you're married, you're having a fantastic affair. You know, everything's united. You're not arguing with anyone. You know, when you change gear, there's no rush to change gear. You're usually a little gear higher than anybody else. So therefore, the car's more docile. It's highly strung. Because if you have the car in second gear instead of third gear, you only have maybe 1,000 revs to work with because before you must change gear. If you have it way down in the rev range, you've got plenty of time. And you let it run up and then you change gear.
It's the opposite of what they were doing before.
I'm not sure. I am not sure if the very best drivers all the way through the life of racing have not basically done the same thing. I don't think too many of them have explained it the way they want to explain it. But I'm sure if you spoke to Fangio, he would tell you that the smoothest and the quietest way, the slowest way round Monte Carlo is the fastest way.